Hello, everybody. Welcome to Exploring Science with Mrs. Lilia. Our body is made up of different body systems. Body systems are groups of organs and tissues that work together to perform important jobs for the body. Some organs may be part of more than one body system if they serve more than one function. Other organs and tissues serve a purpose in only one body system. All body systems are necessary for an organism to be able to survive and reproduce. One of these body systems is the digestive system, and that will be today's topic. What is the digestive system? The digestive system is the group of organs that break down food in order to absorb its nutrients. The nutrients in food are used by the body as fuel to keep all the body systems working. The digestive system is divided into two major parts: major organs and accessory organs. Major organs of the digestive system: mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Major organs of the digestive system are the ones where food passes through as it is digested. Accessory organs of the digestive system: liver, pancreas, gallbladder. Accessory organs of digestion are organs that secrete substances needed for the chemical digestion of food, but through which food does not actually pass as it is digested. There are four processes involved in digestion. These are called digestive processes, and they are ingestion, digestion, absorption, digestion. Ingestion is the process of taking food, drink, or another substance into the body by swallowing or absorbing it. Digestion is the process of breaking down food into substances that can be used by the body. Absorption is the process of taking in nutrients into the bloodstream. Digestion is the process of discharging or removing undigested or waste material from the body. As mentioned earlier, there are 5 major organs in the digestive system. First of them is the mouth. The mouth is where the digestive tract begins. Enzymes released into the mouth start the process of digestion. The teeth grind the food. Saliva helps to moisten food so it can be swallowed easily. The tongue helps to push the food into the esophagus. Even before we eat, when we smell a tasty food, see it, or think about it, digestion begins. Saliva, say saliva, or spit begins to form in our mouth. When we do eat, the saliva breaks down the chemicals in the food a bit. which helps make the food mushy and easy to swallow. Our tongue helps out, pushing the food around while we chew with our teeth. When we're ready to swallow, the tongue pushes a tiny bit of mushed up food toward the back of our throat and into the opening of our esophagus, the second part of the digestive tract. The next organ is the esophagus. The esophagus is a long tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. It is about 25 centimeters or 10 inches long. The esophagus is really a large muscle which pushes food down to the stomach. The esophagus contracts as it moves food into the stomach. The esophagus is like a stretchy pipe that's about 10 inches or 25 centimeters long. It moves from the back of the throat to the stomach. But also at the back of the throat is the windpipe, which allows air to come in and out of the body. When we swallow a small bowl of mashed up food or liquids, the food should enter the esophagus and not the windpipe. If we've ever drunk something too fast, started to cough, and heard someone say that our drink went down the wrong way, the person meant that it went down our windpipe by mistake. Once food has entered the esophagus, it doesn't just drop right into our stomach. Instead, muscles in the walls of the esophagus move in a wavy way to slowly squeeze the food through the esophagus. This takes about 2 or 3 seconds. Stomach. The stomach, which is attached to the end of the esophagus, is a stretchy sac shaped like the letter J. It has 3 important jobs: to store the food eaten, to break down the food into a liquid mixture, to slowly empty that liquid mixture into the small intestine. The stomach is like a mixer, churning and mashing together all the small balls of food that come down the esophagus into smaller and smaller pieces. It does this with the help from the strong muscles in the walls of the stomach and gastric juices that also come from the stomach's walls. In addition to breaking down food, gastric juices also help kill bacteria that might be in the eaten food. Small intestine. The small intestine is the main organ of the digestive tract. It is about 6.7 meters or 22 feet long. It breaks down the food mixture even more so your body can absorb all nutrients. It absorbs processed food into the bloodstream to deliver to the cells. The small intestine is a long tube that's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches or about 3.5 to 5 centimeters around, and it's packed inside us beneath our stomach. If we stretch out an adult's small intestine, it would be about 22 feet long or 6.7 meters. That's like 22 notebooks lined up end to end, all in a row. Our food may spend as long as 4 hours in the small intestine and will become a very thin, watery mixture. It's time well spent because at the end of the journey, the nutrients from our food can pass from the intestine into the blood. Large intestine. The large intestine is about 1.5 meters or 5 feet long. The main job of the large intestine is to absorb water and to get rid of unwanted materials. After most of the nutrients are removed from the food mixture, there is a waste left over, stuff our body can't use. This stuff needs to be removed from the body. Can you guess where it ends up? Well, here's a hint. It goes out with a flash. Before it goes, it passes through the part of the large intestine called the colon. Say colon, which is where the body gets its last chance to absorb the water and some minerals into the blood. As the water leaves the waste product, what's left gets harder and harder as it keeps moving along until it becomes a solid. Yep, it's poop, also called stool or a bowel movement. The large intestine pushes the poop into the rectum. Say rectum. Rectum. The very last stop on the digestive tract. The solid waste stays here until we are ready to go to the bathroom. When we go to the bathroom, we are getting rid of the solid waste by pushing it through the anus. Say anus. Anus. There's the flush we were talking about. After learning the 5 major organs of the digestive system, we are now ready for the accessory organs, and they are the liver, the pancreas, and the gallbladder. The liver is the body's largest internal organ. The liver performs many tasks, including storing energy and helping the body get rid of toxins. The pancreas makes hormones to regulate the blood glucose level. It also makes enzymes that break down food in the intestines. The gallbladder is a small pouch that stores bile. It releases bile to help digest fats in the food we eat. These accessory organs send different juices to the small intestine. These juices help to digest food and allow the body to absorb nutrients. The pancreas makes juices that help the body digest fats and protein. A juice from the liver called bile helps to absorb fats into the bloodstream. And the gallbladder serves as a warehouse for bile, storing it until the body needs it. Here is a video for more information about the digestive system.
Our digestive system is made up of a series of organs that allows our body to get the nutrients and energy it needs from the food we eat. Digestion starts in the mouth, where chewing and saliva breaks down food so it is more easily processed by your body. Once you swallow, the food enters the esophagus, which is a muscular tube that connects the pharynx, or throat, to the stomach. The esophagus contracts as it moves food into the stomach. A valve called the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES, is located just before the opening to the stomach. This valve opens to let food pass into the stomach from the esophagus, and it prevents food from moving back up into the esophagus from the stomach. Next is the stomach, an organ with strong muscular walls. It holds the food and mixes it with acid and enzymes that continue to break the food down into a liquid or paste. Almost 20 feet long, the small intestine, also called the small bowel, is the workhorse of the digestive system. It will continue to break down food with enzymes released by the pancreas and bile released from the liver. It is made up of 3 segments: the duodenum, which continues the breakdown of food, and the jejunum and ileum, which are mainly responsible for the absorption of nutrients. Aiding the digestive process is the pancreas. Among its other functions, the pancreas helps digestion by producing digestive enzymes and secreting them into the duodenum, the first segment of the small intestine. These enzymes break down protein, fats, and carbohydrates. The liver is another organ with many functions. Its main responsibilities in the digestive process are to make and secrete bile, and to process and purify the blood, which contains newly absorbed nutrients that are coming from the small intestine. Bile has two main purposes: to help absorb fats and to carry waste from the liver that cannot pass through the kidneys. Bile made in the liver travels to the small intestine through bile ducts. If the bile isn't needed immediately, it is stored in the gallbladder, which is a pear-shaped reservoir located just under the liver. The gallbladder sends this stored bile into the small intestine to aid in the digestion of food. Next along the journey is the colon, or large intestine. It is a 5 to 7 foot long muscular tube that connects the small intestine to the rectum and is responsible for processing waste so that defecation is easy and convenient. The rectum is an 8-inch chamber that connects the colon to the anus. The rectum receives stool from the colon, sends signals to the brain if there is stool to be evacuated, and holds stool until evacuation can happen. The last part of the digestive tract, the anus, consists of pelvic floor muscles and 2 anal sphincters, internal and external. Together, their jobs are to detect contents in the rectum, determine whether the contents are liquid, gas, or solid, and then control when stool should or shouldn't be excreted from the body. It's useful to understand the digestive system and the role it plays in your overall health and well-being. Knowing where to go when conditions of the digestive system affect your health and well-being is just as important. The University of Michigan Health System is home to one of the largest digestive health and liver disease programs in the country, providing prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diseases involving the gastrointestinal tract and liver.
The esophagus is a long tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. The stomach is a muscular organ that stores and digests food. The small intestine is where most digestion and absorption of food takes place. The large intestine absorbs water and gets rid of waste materials. The liver filters the blood coming from the digestive tract. The pancreas produces enzymes that are released into the small intestine to help with digestion. The gallbladder stores bile produced by the liver. Let us name the different organs. Mouth, esophagus, liver, stomach, gallbladder, pancreas, large intestine, small intestine, rectum, anus. Complete the following sentences with the needed information. Keep our digestive system healthy. Eat healthy food. For our digestive system, this means eating plenty of fruits and vegetables and fiber. Stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps our digestive system function smoothly. Take probiotics. Probiotics are the good bacteria in the stomach. They can be added to our diet by eating yogurt and fermented food and by consuming daily supplements. Get moving. Exercise increases blood flow and metabolism for smooth digestion. See a doctor. If we experience digestive problems regularly, it is important to see a doctor who can help track of our digestive health and manage our symptoms.